Humans have passed on information throughout history in text format, and since the dawn of written text, it was the only means to create an accurate, explicit, and lasting representation of one's thoughts. Believe it or not, the World Wide Web itself was in fact created for just that, to create a means for people to freely share information in a lasting format, and thus contribute to our accelerated evolution as a society. So it is of more than a little cause for concern when one realizes how a lot of websites out there don't adhere to accessibility guidelines relating to something as simple as text, which today is still at the core of every single website and web application. It's a bit like having large round blocks of cheese as wheels for your new car. While technically a wheel, it adheres to no technical specification of a wheel other than being round. In this episode, I'm going to focus on general accessible text on the web. Heading structure and text styling will come in subsequent episodes, so please subscribe to get the notification for when those go live. The most common way to represent text in HTML is the paragraph tag, but that's often not even the right one to be used. For instance, in a simple list item, you just put plain text, no need for a paragraph. Same goes for buttons. Paragraphs are a semantic element and should be used just like in printed media, for expressing a new thought. Fun fact, in Hungarian dictation, the paragraph is often called a new thought. For quotes, you have the block quote tag, for abbreviations, the abbreviation tag, and for addresses, you guessed it, the address tag. HTML is more semantic than you thought, innit? Another extremely common example of bad practice on the web is words in all caps. What few designers and developers realize is that it doesn't just look like you're yelling your head off for no reason at the user. It also confuses screen readers, as many will tend to assume it's an acronym and will read it out letter by letter instead of the actual word. Remember, disabled individuals are not illiterate or slow. They're simply consuming the web through different means, and it's crucial we provide them with an inclusive experience. And with that little lesson on empathy, I'm going to conclude this episode here. As always, stay creative and accessible. Attila, your accessibility ally.